contest. This young man next to me was an absolutely incomparable boxer in his day, still looks in his mid-30s. Ladies and gentlemen, won everything. British, Commonwealth, European, what is now categorised as the super lightweight champion. He was the WBC super lightweight champion of the world, Junior the Hitter Witter. Lovely to see you, Junior. This contest is 4 3-minute rounds of boxing in the super bantamweight division. Introducing to you firstly, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the white coloured shorts. At the weight he scaled 8 stone, 7.5 pounds. Tonight is his 77th professional appearance, hailing from the steel city of Sheffield. Here is Anwar Alfadli. And opposing him, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the blue, red, white and gold coloured shorts. At the weight he scaled 8 stone, 8 pounds. Tonight, he makes his proud professional debut from the Mike Gibbons camp here in Hull, presenting Ryan Gibbons. Timekeeper of the bell, Mr. Barry Pender from Sheffield. Referee once again, John Latham, 4 3-minute rounds.
I'd say you break your ball very clean. You defend yourselves at all times, and the best luck to you both. Just gloves.
Here we go then. A big day for Ryan Gibbons. This professional debut. His dad's in the corner as well. We had him on commentary earlier, and I think he was probably more nervous than Ryan actually. You could see him. It must be difficult for him being the coach, but also that, you know, two different emotions really, isn't it? But
definitely.
He's got a job to do tonight, and Ryan's going to look to get his professional debut.
Well, Alfadli's been about now quite a long time. I think, what, 70-odd contests, I think, 77th contest, I think, tonight. And, you know, for his first pro contest, it's proved to be a good little matchup, this.
Yeah, he's got amateur pedigree behind him, Gibbons. He won a lot of competitions as an amateur and impressed quite a few people, so I expect him to stick to his boxing skills and hopefully he doesn't get too carried away, because you see a lot of kids on the debut, they get out there and a bit too eager to impress, but this is a nice start. He's picking his shots nicely, and this is exactly what he's got to do tonight.
Definitely, yeah, well-skilled amateur, had plenty of fights, served his apprenticeship, and yeah, you know, he should do well in this division. Very tricky, Alfadli. Boxer lad that we used to look after, Jason Cunningham, a couple of times and caused him problems. But yeah, seems to be settling well, does Ryan, getting his shots off and scoring some nice shots, settling into his pro debut well.
Looks like a very busy fighter, Gibbons, doesn't he? He's very active, even throwing those feints. He's just giving his opponent something to think about, not giving him a second of rest in there at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah, and if he can just keep using that jab, just edge his feet in a little bit further. Very tricky, Alfadli, very tricky for anybody.
Yeah, you could have easy debuts, couldn't you? He's one of those ones that's difficult to hit, and he throws quite...
Oh, great shot, great right hand there, straight right hand, right on the chin. Very composed start for Gibbons, this. Just got to watch for Alfadli just jumping in.
Yeah, he tends to do that, doesn't he? He tries to throw that one big shot as he jumps in.
Absolutely, yeah.
But Gibbons seems to be timing him when he's jumping in, and it's playing to Gibbons' advantage, really, isn't it? When he jumps in, Gibbons seems to be landing that shot and putting him right back on the back foot.
Definitely, I think what he's doing, Alfadli's chucking himself off balance, so Ryan's jumping straight on him with a fluster of straight shots, and yeah, he's getting to him. Yeah, it's definitely a great start and definitely winning the round. Good little switch in the attack there, that's good. Showing his experience. And found his range early, which is good with a kid like this. Nice to see him bringing the shots up the middle there when he's in close.
He seems to be quite an intelligent fighter, doesn't he? He's picking these shots nicely and moving his head as well. He just got a little cut over the left eyebrow. just something to think about there. It doesn't look too bad. There's not too much blood coming out of it, but it's something to think about. Just for
Been
Gibbons.
caught one of them chopping shots on the off Alfadli, but it's a great first round in the bank.
Yeah, your opening round couldn't be much better for that on your professional debut, and you just got to keep that going now for 3 more rounds.
Yeah, keep him nice and settled. He looks to have settled in quite well. Is the eye actually cut then over? Is it cut over the eye, or is it just reddened?
It's above the eyebrow the cut is, so more on his forehead. I don't think it caused him too many problems. Just dealing with it in the corner at the moment.
I think we're looking for the same again in that round. You know, he's just got to keep his hands up, keep nice and steady, maybe be a bit more cautious in this round. Don't probably need to push it as much. And get another round in the bank.
And the referee just signalled that that cut actually came from a head clash.
Right, okay.
Round 2.
That's the first round in the bag for Gibbons. I think most people would agree with me in the venue tonight, and more of the same.
And a good start to the second round by Gibbons.
I mean, one thing for Gibbons is he's certainly not worried by the cut. Sometimes you see fighters dabbing at the cut, or they're worried about it around their eye, but he doesn't seem too fussed at all.
No,
it's a sign that it's not too bad.
No, definitely not, and I think the range he's got is perfect. Just dipping in and out of range there, letting the fluster of straight shots go seems to be causing Alfadli the problems.
And you can see he had that amateur experience, didn't you? He's got really sharp footwork and really sharp hands.
Absolutely, yeah, and coming out with a jab there is quite effective. You can tell these kids that have served the apprenticeship in the amateur sport, and you know, it serves them well for a good start in the pros.
He's got lightning quick hands, hasn't he? He's throwing a lot of shots and not much respite for Alfadli.
I think that's the key with Alfadli. Keep him thinking, keep him moving, because if you don't, he jumps in with wild shots, comes up with the head, and can cause you loads of problems. But I think, like you say, Ryan's keeping on him, keeping him thinking, keeping him busy.
And even when he's not throwing, he's using lots of feints, isn't he, with his feet and with his hands, you know, keeping Alfadli busy and keeping him alert.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's great work. Great work by
There it
Gibbons.
is again, as Alfadli jumped in then with one of those shots, he just caught him on the way in and put him straight back onto the back foot.
There you go, and that's where it is. Yeah, throws himself off balance there, Alfadli, when he jumps in. I think he's capitalising on that. That's great work. Just got to watch Alfadli with that head when they're in close. You know, just standing up a little bit tall inside his Gibbons, and I think that's why he's getting caught with the head.
He's certainly ticking boxes on his debut, though, isn't he? With that cut, you know, some fighters don't experience that till late on in their careers, but he's been chucked in the deep end here, and he's got that cut, but he's dealt with it well.
Definitely, yeah. It doesn't seem to have phased him at all. Yeah, definitely again, you know, definitely winning this second round comfortably, keeping busy and keeping Alfadli thinking. Good work.
Lovely right up to the body there. Yeah, Gibbons seems to have come alert to those shots when he's diving in from Alfadli, and he seems to be dealing with them, catching him on his gloves or getting out of range.
Definitely.
And not really getting caught with him anymore. Whereas the first round he might have been a little bit.
Yeah, I think he needs to stay on outside, long range and mid range. He doesn't need to be up close with Alfadli. I think he's kind of worked that out for himself in that second round, and that's definitely 2 rounds up for Gibbons.
That's one of the most impressive things. You can see he's thinking in there. He's thinking about the shots he's throwing, thinking about what's being effective and what isn't, and he's acting accordingly.
Definitely, yeah, and I think that's that amateur pedigree coming through.
Yeah, and you mentioned it earlier, but it's invaluable, isn't it, to have been in those situations in the amateur game. So when you turn pro, you're not fazed by anything like this.
Yeah, definitely, yeah, without a shadow of a doubt. And like you say, you know, he's had quite a few bouts as an amateur, and you know, won various titles, and you can see that's serving him well.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out. Round 3.
Keep it going.
Straight back out there and straight to work. Gibbons working well.
That's a lovely right hand from Alfadli. Landed right on the chin. It's more of a flash knockdown. I think Gibbons seems to have recovered well, but
Yeah.
7.
he needs to take his time here and really think about the shots he's going to throw.
Just getting a bit overconfident there, I think. You know, he needs to sort of stay back, stay with his boxing now. Get the lead foot out there, moving in and out, and keep that range.
And he knows he can keep Alfadli at bay because he's done it for the opening 2 rounds. And like you said, he just seems to be a little bit too complacent then, and that shot landed. But he's recovered well, and he's looking to be busy again like he was.
Definitely, yeah. We did say there was that where he jumps in, Alfadli, really awkward and jumps in. He just caught him there with that shot. I think it more pushed him over the note, but
another right hand landed there on Gibbons.
Yeah.
It looked like a quite hurtful one, but he seems to have recovered well again.
you'd just like to see him using his feet a little bit now. Just clear his head a little bit. Don't get too involved. That was good. That was a good little comeback there.
Yeah, and Alfadli just nodding then. He felt that left hand a little bit that came straight through the middle.
So he doesn't need to rush it, Gibbons.
Just need to start picking those shots again like he was early on.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're not going to ever get Alfadli out of there. I think he hasn't been stopped since like 2013, 2014. So it's just about him getting the rounds in, making him miss, making him pay, and shifting his feet. Again, the knockdown doesn't seem to have phased Gibbons. He's straight back to work. He's the on-top fighter again now.
Yeah, it looked like a heavy knockdown as well from where we were sat. It was a lovely shot from Alfadli that landed, but like you say, he's recovered well and he's back to his boxing now. And I talked about ticking boxes earlier. There's another one. He's got up off the floor.
Absolutely, yeah. Don't know how his dad will be feeling right now in the corner, but...
That's what he was doing in the opening 2 rounds. Well, Alfadli jumped in, he just blocked that shot and then jumped straight back on him when he was off balance.
Absolutely, I think Alfadli's trying the old tricks, trying to get him to commit a little bit more, so he can maybe land that big shot again. But Ryan will just stay switched on now and just keep picking his shots.
It's an interesting contest now, this one. You can see the first round that Gibbons quite comfortably took him, but with that knockdown it really puts a spanner in the works, and you don't know how the referee's seeing this one, and you feel like this fourth and final round might be vital going forwards.
I think this is the thing with 4-round contests. It only takes one knockdown and you can be in trouble, so he needs to sort of get out to a good start here, and I think as long as he wins this last round, then I'm sure he'll be fine.
Certainly made it more interesting anyway, this one.
Absolutely. I mean, I can imagine Alfadli will come out now. We could do with a win. So I could imagine he'll come out and start to try throw the kitchen sink at Gibbons and see how he copes with it. But
yeah, and once these journeymen see that they can hurt their opponent, they tend to go for it and look for the win.
Absolutely.
Alfadli just changing stances there, changing the angle.
Work there. Don't get too involved. Gibbons needs to just pick his shots and shift his feet.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, weren't we? People on debut that might get a little bit carried away sometimes, and that's exactly what he can't do now. He's got to stick to how he had success earlier on in the fight.
Absolutely, yeah, without a shadow of doubt. Hopefully that's what they said to him in the corner. But they don't want to be standing too long. Obviously, we can see Alfadli's got the power to hurt him, so he was best hitting him few shots and shifting his feet, and he's been comfortable in winning the round.
Testament to Gibbons' fitness, really, isn't it? That knockdown looked quite heavy. It's been quite a high pace, this fight, but he still looks as sharp as he did at the opening bell.
Yeah, absolutely, and I think you know, the Finns, like you say, he seemed to when he did get caught, he seemed to recover well, and that's definitely a testament to the fitness.
And I suppose that amateur experience as well. He's done 3 rounders at a really high pace consistently over a few years.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think when he, you know, once he's had a few fights behind him, he'll probably, I mean, I think he'll only box at probably 8-2, probably super fly, where I think this is matched at 8-7. So I think coming down in weight, and he's only young, I think he's 21 years old.
Yeah, he's 21, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Good round so far for Gibbons again, using that jab effectively.
Yeah, I think you'd see Alfadli's just looking for that straight backhand when he's in that orthodox stance and jumping in with that lead hand. I think when he stay there, he needs to fire and then shift, fire and then shift. And back on his jab there, should be back on his jab.
I like the feints that he throws. He's always giving Alfadli something to think about, even when he's not throwing with the feet in the head. I mentioned it earlier, he's doing it again now.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, he's just looking for that one big shot, is Alfadli, which is obviously the only success that he's had. But hopefully now he's a bit more switched on, he can see it coming. I think that's a win for Gibbons.
Yeah, I think we just have him edging it on the scorecard by a point.
Yeah.
You know, I think he looked good throughout, apart from that knockdown, which kind of changes the whole outlook of the fight. But I think for me, Gibbons is just edging that one. A draw wouldn't surprise me, but I think I'd have just given that one slightly to Gibbons, but you never know.
Few boxes ticked, like you said earlier, the knockdown, the cut.
Yeah, and he's shown that he's tough, he's shown that he can get through a cut, and hopefully he gets the winner. Here we go, hand over to Michael Pass for the official announcement.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we render the decision, we have an ironic smile from Mike Gibbons, and let's hear it for both boxers, Anwar Alfadli and Ryan Gibbons. It truly was 4 sensational rounds. Referee John Latham has scored the contest 38 points to 37 points for your winner. On his proud professional debut, Ryan Gibbons.
Yeah, we called it.
And let's hear it for Anwar Alfadli.
Yeah, that's good for his debut. Like you say, ticked a few boxes there. Had a good test for his pro debut, and you know, it'll be good to see him coming out next time and you know, watch his career, see how it flourishes.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for joining us on commentary.
Thank you.